Letter knowledge is knowing and identifying that the same letter can look different, that letters have names, and that they are related to sounds. This is essential because knowing the names and sounds of letters helps children figure out how to sound out written words and decode text. Once students recognize that spoken language is represented in written language by letters and specific combinations, they can begin to recognize and identify the letters of the alphabet to build a firm foundation to begin reading. I selected letter knowledge and I will demonstrate letter names and shapes, lowercase letters, from page 103 from our textbook.
We're going to learn a lowercase letter. First, let's review the uppercase letter. So, what is this letter?
B.
Right, it is an uppercase B. It has a straight line going up and down and has two curved lines. This is a lowercase b. It is smaller than an uppercase B. It also has a straight line down and one curved line. What is the name of this letter?
B.
B. Right, so let's find some more examples of the letter B in our book. Can you find the letter B? Right, can you find the lowercase letter B? Wonderful. I have two alphabet cards. So what is the name of this letter?
B.
Yes, this is an uppercase B. What is the name of this letter?
B.
Great, this is a lowercase b. So the uppercase and lowercase letters match. They both show B. So can someone find in our big book the uppercase match to this letter? So can you find the uppercase match to our B? Wonderful. All right, so what we're gonna do now is find the lowercase match to this letter. Can you find the lowercase match here? You can actually look through the book, but you found the lowercase match. Wonderful. All right, so now we're gonna practice saying the names of some letters together. So I am going to point to the left of the letter, and then you're going to say it in your head. Okay, so you're gonna say B right in your head. When I do this, you're going to say B. So I'm gonna give you some thinking time.
P.
P, good.
B.
B.
Print awareness includes the understanding of how to hold a book, that books contain letters and words, and that print conveys meaning. As stated in the text on page 72, print awareness is knowing the forms and functions of print. This is essential to bridging the gap between oral and written language because to read, students need to first understand that written language has meaning and that it represents spoken words. They can then build upon that knowledge to recognize how to properly handle a book, recognize its features, understand that reading occurs from left to right, and that letters and words differ. I selected print awareness and I will demonstrate print referencing in shared storybook reading on page 78.
Let's look at the front of the book. This is called the cover. What do you call the front of a book?
The cover.
The cover. The cover usually shows the name of the book, who wrote it, and then who drew the pictures. So the name of a book is called the title. The title or name of the book is right here. So Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. What do you call the name of the book?
Title.
The title. Right, a person who writes a book is called the author. The author's name is right here. So Erica Litham. What do authors do?
They write the book.
Right, they write the book. All right, so the illustrator's name is also on the cover. So right here is gonna be James Dean is our illustrator. And then what do illustrators do?
They draw the pictures.
Wonderful. All right, we start reading a book from the front. So where do we start reading?
Like here.
Right, at the cover. So we start reading at the book from the front, and then we turn one page at a time. I'm going to start reading the page here, then I'll go this way. Look, I just read the book. Oh, okay, so Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much he sang this song. All right, so I finished reading this passage, so now I'm going to read this page. So which page should I read next?
This page.
This page, right. I'm gonna start reading right here. So my 4 groovy buttons, my 4 groovy buttons.
I know.
All right, so who can show me where to start reading? Where do I start reading? Oh, top, right. So now which way do I go?
This way.
Right, from left to right. So then where do I go after that? So after I read pop, oh no, then where do I go?
This way.
Right away at the very beginning. Wonderful. So this is a word and this is another word. So words are separated by empty spaces. So can you point to a word on that page? Wonderful. Can you point to a space between words? Beautiful. So now watch as I count the words on the page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So listen as I read the next page. All right, so did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. All right, so let's read this sentence together. Who can point to the words as we read aloud? So could you point to them for me? Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. All right, so what do you see on this page with the picture?
Buttons.
Wonderful. All right, so show me what words, so like name, maybe buttons. So you see buttons, you see the word buttons. Buttons.